Hey, Brian Silverthorne here again, continuing to help a million entrepreneurs establish and grow a million successful businesses. So in this series on how to be a successful manager, I want to talk about communication in this video. As far as I'm concerned, the number one skill for anybody in any business and probably in life is to learn how to communicate effectively, communicate well. I've been working as a business advisor and a professional development coach for more than 30 years. And every single problem that I've been asked to help with can be traced down to ineffective communication in one form or another. So the better you can become as a communicator, the better off you're going to be, whether you're a manager, whether you're the entrepreneurial owner of a business, or an employee that wants to improve themselves, take initiative, and gain more opportunities. Being an effective communicator is the number one skill that you can develop. And when you're communicating, whether it's in writing, by email, or a formal presentation, or a business letter, or you're presenting to a group, or you're negotiating, or you're in a selling situation, or you're working with a team to make sure that everybody understands the needs of a particular project, and they buy into it, and they're ready to give it their all and willing to be held accountable. Communication, effective communication, is the key to making all that happen. So all your communication you can check by making sure of, 4 or 5 things. One is it clear? Is it easily understood? Your best bet is to, unless you're doing extensive technical documentation or medical documentation, whatever it happens to be, the best bet is to make sure that you're doing your communication at a 5th through 8th grade level. Just simple words, simple sentences. You don't have to impress people with the big words. If there's a whole lot of technical stuff that has to go along with your communication, give it to them in a chart or a spreadsheet or whatever it happens to be. But when you're doing the communication, it's up to you to make it clear, and the simpler it is and the easier it is to understand, the more clear it's going to be. So make sure it's complete. Make sure you include everything that needs to be communicated so that people have a full understanding. Okay? Make sure it's correct. You want to make sure what you're telling people is right. So if somebody tells you something, don't accept it at face value. Ask some questions. Make sure there's verification. Make sure there's substantiation, data, information, whatever it happens to be, before you pass it along. Because if you pass along, incorrect information, then bad things are going to happen. So clear, complete, correct, and you want to make sure it's appropriate. So some people have this passive-aggressive stuff. That shouldn't happen. Just straight ahead, honest communication. Make sure it's appropriate, okay? That it fits the requirements of the situation. And lastly, make sure it's timely. You can give somebody the best communication information in the world, and if it's 3 minutes or 3 weeks too late, it's useless. So make sure your communication is timely. So just as a review, clear, complete, correct, appropriate, and timely. So test yourself on those things. And you can never ask too many questions, and you can never offer too much information. So when you're explaining something to someone, don't assume that they understand it in the way you intend them to understand it. Ask them. Say, hey, did I make myself clear? Did I explain that completely? Do you have any questions at all? If I didn't make that clear, please ask me, because I want to make sure we both have an understanding. So make sure you get buyback that the information that you communicated is accepted the way you want it to be accepted. It's dates, it's timelines, it's commitments, it's reasons, it's people involved. Make sure you include all of those things. And if you're a manager, it's incumbent upon you to make sure that people that you manage understand what's expected to them, and that's directly dependent upon your communication skills. So that's enough on that for now. We can talk about that maybe in another, more communication stuff in another video. If you're interested, I got a free ebook under the resources section on my website that you're free to download, and it gives you some good information on communication techniques in a lot of different areas. So thanks for watching this. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you have a comment, please add it down below. If you've been wandering through the channel and are looking for a video that you can't find, let me know what it is and I'll make one for you. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thanks again for watching this video.